In 1869, a Russian chemistry professor named Dmitry Mendeleev was writing a textbook for his students when he began to wonder how he could best explain to them the 63 elements that were known at the time. To help formulate his thoughts, he constructed a card for each element. On each card, he wrote the name of the element, its atomic weight, its typical properties, and its similarities to other elements. He then laid the cards out like a game of solitaire and began arranging them over and over, searching for patterns. Then came the moment of discovery. Before him was something extraordinary. The elements fell into 7 vertical groupings. Each periodic grouping had members that resembled one another, both chemically and physically. Mendeleev had discovered the periodic table of the elements, a map showing how all the elements related to one another. A map so precise that Mendeleev believed he could also use it to predict the existence and properties of 3 elements no one had yet discovered. One would be like boron, he said, one like aluminum, and one like silicon. Eventually, the elements were discovered, and Mendeleev was proven right.
There was actually a little bit of controversy because a German chemist named Lothar Meyer had come up with roughly the same idea. But Meyer didn't quite have as much courage. So that's actually an interesting thing. Here is this German who comes up with the same idea of periodicity, of which there were hints already before, but he doesn't make the predictions that Mendeleev does. So here we see the power of a risky prediction in having people accept a theory. There is nothing more powerful than making a prediction that's not obvious.
And then have it come true.
And have it come true.
Yeah.
The periodic table is our icon. I mean, it's what we associate with chemistry. You go into any chemistry room, you see it.
Why is the periodic table of elements significant? It forever changed the way that everyone would learn and understand the elements. The periodic table of elements is to chemistry as notes of music are to a Beethoven sonata. In honor of Mendeleev, his name is now literally attached to the periodic table. The element 101 was named after him. It's called Mendelevium.
It's not only chemists who like the periodic table. I hear you carry one around.
I do carry one, yes sir.
Show me.
You never know. And I seem to use it a lot.
Let's see.
It's a small one.
So I'm going to give you a test. What is under nitrogen in the periodic table?
Nitrogen is 7.
Yes.
I have to think a second.
Under
sulfur.
No, you're wrong.
Oh, God. That's
Close.
why I carry
You're
the thing.
one off. It's phosphorus.
Oh, phosphorus.
Phosphorus
No, 15.
is right. And is
Phosphorus is 15?
Yeah, you have to add 8 at that point.
See, that's why I carry it. I can't remember. So it's 7 plus 8, 15 phosphorus. Okay. There's a pattern there. I get it now.
Wasabi! Hey, now you guys are going to move on to the aliens activity. You just watched Bill Nye and the greatest discoveries of that periodic table. And so now it's your turn to feel a little bit like Mendeleev, Dmitry, that is. And he had all these cards. He sorted them all out and stuff like that. Well, you got a bunch of aliens here in a baggie. And your job is to kind of fit together the puzzle, yet you're missing 2 pieces, yet you don't even have an idea of what the puzzle's supposed to look like. So real quick, today what you're going to do is, the purpose of this is to kind of show you the trends that we see in the periodic table. You're going to be working with your elbow partner on either side of you, I'm not sure. And you are to work together as a team, see if you can crack it before anybody else in class. And I'm telling you right now, you don't have all the pieces. 2 of them are missing. And your job is to kind of put it together, and then eventually, just like Mendeleev kind of did, he left holes in his periodic table that later became, and he was able to predict them, elements. So real quick, just a reminder, there's a little vocabulary with the periodic table. Going down or up and down are groups, sometimes called families. We are family. And going across, they're a little bit more boring, and those are periods or periodicity, because they call it the periodic table. There are trends that go downwards and up, downwards, and there are trends that go across in periods also. Some helpful tips and hints that I can give you today. First of all, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have 8 columns going down, and you should have 5 rows going across. Remember, when you're putting together your periods, as you're working your pieces across, one thing should be varying, should be changing. In this case, increasing, like going up in number 1, 2, 3, 4, some growing or something like that. But also, as you're going across, there should be exactly one thing that is exactly the same on all those aliens. For your groups, going downwards, same thing. You're going to have one thing that is increasing. We're going to call that the varying trait. And then you're going to have one thing that is exactly the same as you're going down. I'll go, oh, look at all of them in the same group or family. They all have this same thing. So, a couple of final thoughts. Folks, there's a lot of guessing and checking. A lot of hair pulling out, even though I don't have a whole lot. You must have your teacher sign off that you've completed the puzzle. If that's where you get today, I'm proud of you. If you don't even get there, but you really, really tried, not bad either. This is certainly where some get it, some are almost there, and some, whoa, but don't give up. Okay, even if you're in the whole group, don't give up. Eventually, what you're going to do is you are going to list 5 things that you know about your missing alien, and then you're going to draw what you think your missing alien is. With that, please make sure, and I'm so sorry I'm not there today. My little guy, Max, is not feeling well. My turn in the rotation. So please, we've been working with what I think it was respect. Please make sure you respect for either one of the teachers that have come in to sub for my class or for the substitute, which I hope they are able to get one. All right. Peace out. Enjoy science.